G'day everyone, this is my new attempt at doing a modded Kerbal Space Program career playthrough. I attempted doing one a while ago, but the game kept updating all the time and I forgot to sort of have the game installed on a separate directory, so it sort of broke it, so I gave up on it. But now we're going to try it again properly, and we're doing it in this live stream format, but I'm also going to trim it down for a sort of series to have on YouTube as well, which is minus all of the sort of live streamy crap. So we'll see how we go with that anyway. Alright, let's just get straight into it. So launch reverse vessel, yep, and we want to gather scientific data from Kerbin. Now I do have quite a few mods installed, so as we go, I will show it how, show how everything is installed. The main ones of note is the USI Life Support mods I've installed. I've also installed Kolonization mods, Unmanned Before Manned, and a bunch of other sort of part packs to really expand our arsenal of what we can do. So, for example, with that, we've got all the life support stuff. There better be some plane building. Yeah, there'll be some plane building inside, don't worry. There'll be some plane building. Fear not. I'm just humble beginnings. It's what it says in the title. Need to get some more science points, so we might as well build a aircraft and fly boot. That actually looks like it's going to fly now. Okay, pre-flight check. Yep. Cool. That works. Transmit. All that juicy, delicious science. Just makes you wanna science for days. And seismic scan is done transmitting. Cool. All right. Let's try this again. Okay, that's a bunch of juicy sciences. And if we can get to the next biome, that'll give us some stuff over water as well. Okay, crew report over the ocean. Temperature scan. Strange Cthulhu-inducing bug. Okay, that's now that we have some more juicy sciences, we can land this highly experimental craft and hopefully not die. I'm not even going to try and land on that runway. I'm just going to... He says as he actually aims almost straight towards the runway. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. It's been so long since I've had to land in this game. Hey, we made it. And we even landed in an area that gives us more science. Yeah. Wait, is our battery almost empty? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's just keep that. We'll keep that. And we can recover the vessel. Oh, 62 science, which is a crap ton. Got us some more funds as well. Got some experience points for Jebediah. Ooh, we got some ribbons. Research ribbon awarded for researching 50 or more science points. Awarded for being the first Kerbal landing on Kerbin. Oh, well, watch out, it's a big achievement. Awarded for withstanding an acceleration of at least 4g for 3 or more seconds. And the speed, any speed greater than 100 meters a second. Sweet. And we did get some achievements, and we got a bunch of milestones. Core research and development it is. So, parachutes. For the love of God, give me parachutes. Basic rocketry is probably a good idea as well. What does that give us? The Reliance, some fuel tanks, the container clusters, which are not immediately useful but will be good for later on. We had 34 more science. They're all 45, so we might as well go for stability and general rocketry. Okay, we can't upgrade that yet, which is fine. Launch our first vessel, active, escape the atmosphere, and then we also need to get some more stuff. Test in flight. Radio mount parachute, sure, let's take that. Cool, perfect. How much solid fuel does it have? 70 units, yeah, it's half. Let's open up the parameter. Okay, we're exceeding speed limit. Are we going to achieve the altitude required though? Yes, there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed to do. And we're essentially going to land straight where we came from. Oh boy. Hopefully that corrects itself when the parachutes deploy, otherwise Jeb's going to have a headache. No, it's not. Let's cut one of these chutes. There we go, Jeb. You're not going to land upside down and give yourself the world's worst headache. Where are the sodding wheels? Ah, there we go. Rove Max S2. That is like the most unaerodynamic thing I have seen. And we need to haul it into orbit. Fair enough, we'll make it work. Do we have storage containers? Yes, we do. Right, let's nix that off. Storage container, open you up. Rove Max. It'll work, so that's fine. We'll lob a battery in as well. And we will have you as a decoupler there. Parachutes are we don't even need radial parachute, that's just overkill. Top one, we need science units. Might as well stick everything inside the little storage bay. No other parts I'm really missing, am I? Oh, check your staging though. That's probably going to be a good idea, and there appears to be nothing of concern for this. Required, not generated, required, not generated. Yeah, I got it. Cool. Let's launch Jeb. There we go. And away Jebediah goes. And we'll just put him on a gentle coast away from KSC so that we can get an ocean splashdown, hopefully. Now, I don't actually think we may have enough fuel in this to get out of the atmosphere. Oh wait, no, I think we are actually going to be fine. Never mind. Ooh, it's going to be cutting it very close. I might have underdone it. I might have underdone it. Nope, we're going to be fine. Hey, there we go. Crew report. We can transmit some more data. Oh, you know what? Oh no, I didn't forget about the mystery gear unit because we haven't unlocked that yet because we're doing a different tech tree design with this. Now, for these early missions, having life support doesn't really matter because all of our missions are going to take less than the base time, which is 7 days for habitation and 14 for food before your Kerbals either starve or get homesick, which renders them useless. They basically just turn into the tourist version of a Kerbal, which means they have no function. They can't control the vessel or whatever. So happens there. So let's ditch that. Empty stage. And we are entering space now. Excellent. Crew report will transmit that. How are we going for battery power? Okay, we are looking good. Temperature scan. Atmospheric scan. Now I can't do an EVA because I haven't unlocked the spacesuit yet, which is fine. So what we'll do, we'll just time warp. Oh, we made a decent apparatus of over 105 kilometers, which is pretty good. So I think that's going to net us a milestone for that, actually. So if I turn off SAS now, the aerodynamic shape of the craft should have it landing at the correct... Oh, maybe not. Oh, I also need to perform the test. Oh no, I have... Oh, I don't need to do anything. Okay, cool. I thought I had to test it, but apparently I don't. Which is fine by me. And we are now re-entering after our first foray into the great vacuum of space. And apparently this thing just wants to flop about, which is fine. Should have netted us a decent amount of funds. Yes, it did. And it got us a sodding great amount of science. And we got a bunch of new ribbons, EVA and cabins water, splashdown ribbon, significant contract, Mach 1, distance ribbon, excellent. And we would have probably got a bunch of milestones. Yeah, cool. Alright, no, I was not meant to go into the VAB. We should not have done that. We need to go and unlock the other parts and get some life support systems unlocked so that we can actually do some longer tiered missions. So we've got 103 points. So basic science, yes, that gives us our life support and our first probe cores, which is ideal. Aviation we don't need yet. General construction may be a good investment. Advanced rocketry, that gives us the Terrier, radio SRBs. But we do have enhanced survivability, which gives us heat shields, bigger parachutes, radial airbags. We can come back to that. Advanced rocketry is going to be the better one to go for. Most definitely. Mission control. Alright, orbit Kerbin. So we need to do an orbit of Kerbin. Now does that require a fly vessel up and out of the atmosphere and accelerate parallel? Cool, so we don't actually need to have a Kerbal for it, but we might as well do it with a Kerbal to achieve our end goal. And we'll upgrade the astronaut complex as well, so that they can do, what's the word I'm looking for? EVAs in space, that's it, EVAs in space. So, let's just get rid of all of that. Now, those are too big. Procedural SRB, I mean, we could do a procedural SRB, I guess. Ah, there we go, that might be a bit better. We've got some different textures we can pick. Anything that looks moderately decent would be nice. Actually, I think just plain white SRB would be quite nice, wouldn't it? And then we'll stick a couple of nose cones. There we go. That, unable to launch, craft is too heavy, bollocks. Alright. Let's save that craft, leave that. We need to quickly upgrade as the launch pad. Oh, hello. There we go. Upgrade the launch pad. Good lord. Okay. 57th times the charm, they say. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just coast over a wee bit. Apoapsis up to 100 kilometers, which is fine. It's not the best descent profile, but it'll have to do. Okay, now they're safely jettisoned. They're not going to blow up the rocket this time. Alright, let's time warp up. And we'll burn at around, we'll start our burn at around 90,000 meters. We'll try and circularize as well as we can. We should have enough fuel. I'm confident that we have enough fuel. Now I am debating about adding the Eve clouds onto the game, but last time I tried adding clouds it broke it graphically, so I think we'll just stick with the current pretty haze and stuff that we have with Scatterer. Still makes it look better than the stock game anyway, so. Alright. So that stage spent. Au revoir. And this last little stage should get us the rest of the way easily. In fact, I'll cut throttle for now because we are slowly pushing away from our apoapsis, which reduces the efficiency thanks to the O-berth effect. So there we go. We'll just throttle back up now that we're a bit closer. Oh yeah, this for sure is going to get us into orbit. Yes, there we go. Okay, orbit achieved. Woo! And to celebrate, we'll go on a little EVA. And we'll keep that science. There we go, Jeb looks very happy about that. Alright, now how close to the dark side are we? Yes, we are quite close indeed. So I think what we'll do is we'll time warp around. Oh yes, and we can EVA somewhere else now as well, can't we? Because, and seeing as we still have some fuel, what I'm going to do is during the re-entry, I'm just going to burn that engine and use all of that fuel up to slow us down, so the re-entry isn't as fiery. Now, things will obviously get more exciting than this later on. This is just, you know, the humble beginnings of our space agency, so sometimes it gets a bit boring and you get PTSD flashbacks of every single bloody time you try to restart a career and it's like, oh god, I have to do all this again, and you feel tempted just to cheat and enter in the codes to give you all the funds and science, but we're not going to do that. We're going to play by the book. Please send help. But this should hopefully give us a bit more funding, which is what we need. Because stuff is going to start getting really expensive, especially once we start doing missions beyond the Moon and Minmus, because with life support we need to bring a whole bunch of other stuff with us. However, we can at least send small probes and the like out to the other planets, and that's obviously going to be the precursor, because like currently we've never sent men beyond the Moon, but we have sent probes all over the solar system, and that is going to be a big focus in this career as well. Good way of getting science, good way of getting funds, and we got a decent amount of science out of that as well. Oh, and we got a level 1 for Jebediah, and we got a bunch of ribbons, so awarded for researching 150 or more science points, EVA in zero atmosphere, orbiting. Cool, excellent. Jeb is starting to get quite a few ribbons to his name. We need to get some more money. Yes, explore the Moon. Okay, fly by the Moon and pretend a Kerbin from the Moon. Yeah, that's fine. Bury 3 tourists. Now that is a good one. Suborbital space flight. Cool. So, we need to unlock parts for that. Okay, so we are now going to roam around and get some nice, easy science. So, that is a slight bug. Because we have a floating rover. Let's transmit that. Keep that. Keep that. And recover our vessel. And we are going to rinse and repeat that for a while. But I'm not going to bore you to death showing you all of that. So I'm just going to continue doing that until we have enough science points, and then we will be back for our next Kerbal video, where we will be getting our probes out to the moon, hopefully, and our Kerbals out to the moon, hopefully. For whatever reason, the controls are inverted, which is not useful. Oh no, Jebediah, I'll save you.